Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. How this knowledge becomes limited. Space is infinite, uncreated. It becomes finite because of creation of walls. So, total space is infinite. We put the walls and it becomes a hall space. It has become finite. In the infinite space, let the whole world burn, nothing happens. In this small little space, even a little fire is a hazard. This space, which is reduced from the infinite to the finite, has it really become finite? It has not. Because the qualities of the space continue to be the same. The total space doesn't get influenced by the four elements. The space in the hall also doesn't get influenced by the four elements. The outer space has no form, no shape. The space in the hall also is the same. And yet, the limitations of the wall definitely introduce many restrictions of the experience of the space because of these walls. If this example is clear, similarly, the principle of sound is infinite. It is called as anahata dhvani. Anahata dhvani is uncreated sound. Uncreated sound is infinite. This uncreated infinite sound is ever the same. Like the principle of smell is the same. It becomes finite because it is fragrance, it is a dirty smell. The principle of taste. Our tongue tastes the objects. The tongue has nothing to do whether it is bitter or sour or sweet or salty. It makes no difference. Because tongue is concerned about the taste, not the finite aspect of the taste. So towards all the taste, tongue is a common denominator. The eyes have a common perception of all the colors. So color as a principle is infinite one. And the restrictions are included in terms of a specificity. It's red, yellow, green, etc. In the same manner, the anahata dhvani, the infinite sound, uncreated sound, is the infinite potentiality or the power of the Lord. See, this infinite sound is reduced to a finitude by the introduction of the conditionings of letters. That is called as matruka. Which are those matruka? A, A, I, I, U, A, I, O, Aha, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Ya, Ta, Ta, Da, Da, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Da, Na, Pa, Pha, Pa, Pha, Ma, Ya, Ra, La, Va, Sa, Shak, Sha, Ha. These are the 52 letters which reduce the infinite sound to the finite specific sounds. And out of these specific letters, the words are formed. And these words create specific knowledge. And in this manner, the infinite consciousness is corrupted by the influence of these sounds which are specific. Because when we give meaning to a particular word, that meaning starts hurting us. There was a child, Manju, I still remember, she must be now a mother. When she was small, like his daughter, so I was playing fool with her. And I used to tell her, Manju is a bad girl. So it went to her head, bad means good. Normally the common understanding is bad means bad and good is good. But I initiated her in this type of thinking. See, Manju is a bad girl, is it not? So she will eat properly. Okay, sir. Okay. Manju is a bad girl, therefore should not throw the shoes like that, keep them properly. Okay, Swamiji. Slowly, she became a bad girl. And when her mama one day scolded her, you are a very bad girl, don't do like this thing. She said, Swamiji also tells me I am a bad girl. Thank you. See, what meaning we give to the word, that changes the quality of our experience, is it not? See, friends, now I'll take you deeper and deeper and deeper. This supreme uncreated sound is called as the Paravani. Paravani is the potentiality that the infinite is. Paravani. This Paravani is unmanifest, uncreated sound potential. The first fall, that it becomes initiated into manifestation, but the manifestation has not yet occurred. At this stage of the Vani, the speech, the object and the thought or the word indicating the object, they are not differentiated. Object is a remote control. Remote control uttered by me is the name. So that state of experience where the object and the name of the object are not yet differentiated, that is the first throb, that is the first step. The first is absolute unmanifest. Then the beginning of the manifestation, the first step is in the beginning undifferentiated but activated potentiality. Then it becomes subtle. When it becomes subtle, there both the object and the thought of the object or the name of the object, Nama Rupa, both of them remain only in the form of the thought. Like, I will utter some word. See what happens in your mind. A kangaroo. Idli. A car. So, car is a sound heard by the ears in the mind, and the shape and the form of the kangaroo or the idli or the car, this shape is also in the mind. So the name and the form, although they are separate, yet both of them are made up of the same stuff called as the thought. It is here we all experience dream or daydream. In daydream, what happens, you see the children watching, playing, etc. They themselves are in that very peculiar mode. What is he doing? He is playing cricket. Inside the car on the back seat, seated, and he is playing cricket. Nothing is happening. But do they play, isn't it? It's not only the children, we do the same thing. What are you thinking? Nothing. That means you are in meditation? No. At this stage, we are in this second stage in creation, where everything is existing only in the thought pattern. And now, from the subtle, it is now coming down to the gross. And what is the gross? Gross one is the one where the name of the object and the form of the object, they are separate from each other. See? Name is a cow and object is an animal standing. So these are the four stages through which the absolute is reduced to the relative. See? So first is unmanifest potentiality of the Supreme, called as the Paravani. Then the initiation has begun but not gone far, just begun. That is the Pashyanti Vani. In this Pashyanti Vani, the object and the thought, they are undifferentiated. Then comes the Madhyama Vani, where the thought and the object, both of them are only made up of the thoughts. Then comes the Vaikhari Vani, by which I am talking to you. I hope you are hearing. I live only on hopes. So, what I am talking is, I am talking with that speech where the object and the meaning of the object is separate. So when I say book is a word, and what is in my hand is the object. So these are the four stages. So the infinite sound, the infinite potentiality, the infinite conscious blissful reality is fallen from the absolute to the relative. In the beginning was the word. What is that word is never said, but that word is this Anahata Dhvani. See? And this Anahata Dhvani, the Paravani, is slowly going through a process of grossification. The first grossification is the differentiation is initiated. Differentiation is only at the thought level, and ultimately differentiation is complete where the name of the object and the form of the object, they are separate from each other. See? This is the meaning of the Mahakali. Those who have seen, how is the Kali Mata standing on Lord Shiva, who is lying on the floor, bringing out the tongue, and there are lots of heads, human skulls, of which a big mala is made, and see, It is the same principle. See, friends, if this is accepted, then what will be the spiritual practice? We withdraw from the Vaikhari Vani means when the worldly objects do not create any flutter in our mind. We have gone from the Vaikhari Vani to the Madhyama Vani. And then when the Madhyama Vani is also quietened, no more daydreaming or imagination or talking to oneself and becoming sentimental. Remember I told you the definition of a sentimental? The one who talks to himself but others don't listen or others cannot hear, rather, it is called as being sentimental. He is very sentimental. You say something and he is lost. What sentimental? And when we talk to ourselves and others also listen, then mental. See, so from the Vaikhari Vani, we go to the Madhyama Vani. From the Madhyama Vani, we come to the Pashyanti Vani. All the great masters live in the Pashyanti Vani. Because in the Pashyanti Vani, the object and the name of the object, they are not yet separated. Therefore, whatever name they take, whatever thought they have, it pulls that object. See? Therefore, what is that which has reduced the infinite consciousness to a state of an empirical individuality called as the Jiva are these words. See, friends. And what is happening in the whole life is only words, 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 words. Every one of us is miserable only because of talking. See? Either we talk to others, either the poultry farm is around or within. When you are sitting all by yourself, the poultry farm switch on. Cock, 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 cock. Swamiji, I want to observe Maun. Just continue. Then, tea I want. You want a cup of tea? Oh. Give. Yeah. Less sugar, I want more sugar. So this is a cartoon of silence or Maunam. See? We are only closing the Vaikhari Vani, but inside there is a turmoil. The real Maunam is when you stop talking not to the world, when you stop talking to yourself. Bhagavad Gita very clearly tells. See, that is real Maunam. Otherwise, with others we don't talk but we write. So what we have done, speech is an organ of action, hand is an organ of action. So this fellow has gone on leave, casual leave. So additional work has come to the hand. What is the difference? See? Therefore, we withdraw from the gross world by a very simple technique. And the technique is, we have no comments to offer on any issue in the whole world. It is not necessary that we have to opine on everything in this world. Narad Bhakti Sutra says, Vado na avalambyaha. Never take refuge in unwanted gossip or arguments. It is not necessary. I remember many years before, there was some controversial issue and there was a big gathering, 2,000-3,000 people in Bangalore it happened. And I was one of the panel members. So questions were asked, being replied, and one delicate and sentimental and very controversial question was asked on some issue. So all those who were all the one time talking on the mic, they say, now we request Swamiji to throw light on this. So I told him, I will not throw light, I will throw the question. Why should I throw light? Why? But this is a question which has come. I said, look here. I have no opinion why Mahatma Gandhi did not put on normal clothes. It is not necessary. I have no opinion why the people go to cinema. I have no opinion why all the South Indian actors and politicians put on goggles even at night. If you see all the cinema actors and posters, there the fashion is they will be put on a goggle at night. Why they do? I have no opinion. Why should I opine? Now the question is it necessary that we have to opine on every issue? No, it is not necessary. I said this is one of the issues on which I have no opinion. See, let us stop giving our comments, opinion on any issue in this world. Friends, this is the last instruction given by Bhagavan Sri Krishna to Uddhav ji before he concluded his Leela. When Uddhav ji said, "Oh Lord, you are going, now how will I live, what I should do?" Bhagavan said, first of all, stop crying. I don't like crying fellows. Let us remove this wrong notion from our head. And we go, oh God, oh, get out. See? And the most miserable god of all the gods is Rama. Everybody is chanting his name. Ram, 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 Ram. It's in my head. See? That is the reason why Rama has kept Hanumanji with a gada in the hand. Lagao. So those who are troubling the Lord, they get punished. Don't trouble the Lord. Then what Bhagavan Krishna does? You go on talking, he doesn't listen. He is lost in his own music. Who listens? See? So Bhagavan says, first of all, stop being miserable. Then move in this world. Don't stay in one place like a leech. Charaiveti, keep on moving. And when you move in this world, do not evaluate anybody as good or bad. Do not praise anybody or condemn anybody. The reason is, whenever you opine, you appreciate, you condemn, you give a status of reality to that. Have you ever commented on your own shadow? Think. Right from childhood we are seeing the shadow. The other day I was in Bhavnagar in Gujarat. So there was some time I said, hey, let's go to some temple nearby. Because I found there were many people, like the smell comes from the body, the questions were coming out. I said, my God, I was run away from here. I said, let us go to some temple. So we went, Shiva temple. And from the backside, the sun was there. I was standing before Lord Shiva and my shadow has directly fallen on Lord Shiva. How lucky. See, better than me, my shadow is there. She could at least go and hug Lord Shiva. I am standing outside. Unlucky. Then I finished my pradakshina and went and sat. So the sun was in a very lower angle. So my shadow was still there on the floor. And on that shadow, one dog came and did. See? Purnavadaha Purnidam Purnat. Now will I feel bad? Oh God, don't do that. See? Therefore, what is the bottom line? Anything that we comment upon, appreciate or condemn is considered as real by us. See friends, then why do we move in this world? Time pass. See, I have nowhere to go, I have nothing to do. Who can say this statement? The space. Space doesn't go anywhere, doesn't do anything. The mind. Mind doesn't go anywhere, doesn't do anything. It is the thoughts which are running. Similarly, the consciousness. It is the infinite conscious solid space. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just being. And when you are fulfilled completely, nothing is lacking, then what happens? Then the bliss starts erupting out of you, like the ocean moves, not with a view to reach anywhere, but to express the inherent bliss. See, friends. Therefore, first we have to reject the Vaikhari Vani, means the gross world. After we reject that, then we come to the next step called as the Madhyama Vani. And when we come to Madhyama Vani, one of the biggest spiritual practices is stop talking to yourself. I am not giving you a mala in the hand, do this mala and suffer. One day one person asked me, Swamiji, you never give any mantra, japa, diksha to anybody, what is the reason? I said, because I am a good person, I don't give any mantra. Why a good person? Because you don't give mantra. Do you know what is the secret behind giving mantra? Somebody comes to me, Swamiji, please give me mantra. Oh God, again this fellow is going to eat my head. Okay, beta, come. Now that beta comes. And now the mantra is given. I will give you Maha Mantra. Not ordinary, because you are Mahamurkha. I'll give you Maha Mantra. And then, not ordinary one. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. This mantra, beta, you have to do. One time you chanted, one bead pulled towards yourself. Second time you chanted, second bead. In this manner, 108 times you have to chant. This is one mala, one rosary. And like this, every day you have to chant 36 malas. Now that there is a book for the whole life. So, next time he comes, beta, how is your japa going on? Therefore, next time the Mahatma comes, this Diksha fellow never goes there. Again he will ask me, then how is your japa going on? And I can't do it. This is the technique adopted by the Mahatmas. That is why it is said, God's name protects. But whom? The Mahatmas. From whom? The devotees. See, friends, don't get carried away by all these things. The real japa is remain aware that you don't talk to yourself. Okay, I decided now from tomorrow onwards, I'll get up early in the morning. Today it is cold and there was no also hot water in the morning. And then therefore I could not do, but tomorrow onwards. This is all. Stop talking to yourself. Talk to others. Makes no difference. Why? Nobody listens. Stop talking to yourself. See what a joy it is. And when you thus stop talking to yourself, your mind be very attentive, which was dichotomized into the speaker and the listener. The one asking a question and the one replying the question. See? Don't we do this? We only ask questions. If you ask me like this, then I will tell like this. If you say like this, I'll tell her this. If we are going late to the school, then I'll tell. My mummy told me. See, constantly talking within us. This dichotomization, division has to be stopped. What you do outside is not important, friends. What is important is how minimum you talk to yourself. We don't talk to outside. Man, why? I'm angry. You are angry is wonderful, but inside what is happening? It is inside a volcano. And when the pressure develops, there are different types of pressures. One is the physical pressure. Huge suitcase you keep on your head, you want to get rid of. Second is the physiological pressure. When you have got high BP and you are sitting in the satsang, holding on, finally you cannot and get out. That is the BP, the bladder pressure. The third is the psychological pressure. Psychological pressure. What is there so sorry to say? Be happy all the time. And in particular, he is hinting at me because Let's get out of all these imaginations. This has no value, no meaning. See, we are studying Shambhavopaya. I am not telling what you have to do. I am telling you what we have to undo. It is not doing something, it is undoing. We have been doing what? Commenting on the world, evaluating the world. So undo that. See? Then within our own Madhyama Vani, we are constantly talking, undo that. See? That is why whenever our mind becomes quiet, we go to sleep. Because extremist, either multi-pointed mind or zero-pointed mind. In between there is a single-pointed mind that we have never experienced. See, and in this manner, when the Vaikharya Vani becomes pure, mature, it migrates to the Madhyama Vani. When the Madhyama Vani becomes mature and pure, it migrates to the Pashyanti Vani. And when the seeker reaches the Pashyanti Vani, all the power siddhis start manifesting in him. See? Because he is no more a differentiated, dichotomized mind. He is the highest potentiality at its peak. See? Therefore, such masters, they say the things casually and it happens. They don't have to do anything. And here is the time when many seekers get lost. Then we start blessing somebody or cursing somebody. See, if you read the stories, books, etc., all those people who are following the Siddha Marga or the Upasana Marga or the Yoga or the Tapasya, you will see in all the stories, and then that Tapasvi was very angry and he cursed. See? So that Agastya Rishi cursed the Nahusha Raja, the king, and because of the curse, he suddenly became the Python and fell down. Cursing and blessing is valid only when the sense of otherness and duality is taken as real. When our own tongue is bitten by our own teeth, will there be a curse from the tongue? Let us wait. Evening, somebody is going to the dentist. And these two of you will be removed. No? Or else, when the tongue goes and digs somewhere. Thank you, darling. To whom? See? For all practical purposes, tongue and the teeth are separate, but they are one. The perception of duality doesn't yield the loss of unity. See, friends, therefore, we migrate from the Vaikhari to Madhyama, Madhyama to Pashyanti, and having come to Pashyanti, one has to guard oneself. Are we getting lost in, again, duality? I versus you. And the worst thing that should not happen to any sincere seeker of truth, he should not get an idea of doing good to the world. The world is beautiful. There is nothing that is required to be improved upon in this world. All those who have come to save the world, they were shaved off. The world is the same. See, friends. Because when I say I want to improve Suresh, what does it mean? I have already accepted he is a dirty fellow. He has to be improved. See, on the contrary, if I discovered him to be my own extension, so like I love my hand and keep on looking with such a great love and affection, in the same manner, if the whole world is recognized as one's own extension, Jasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva abhut vijanatah tatra ko moha kashokaha ekatvam anuvashyatah. He who has discovered this unity in the diversity, how there can be any delusion? And what is the delusion? To do good to others. See? Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. Here we are to uplift ourselves. The world is beautiful. Let us spare the world. In this manner, when the seeker comes to the Pashyanti Vani and he protects himself from himself, Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmana. We are our enemy number one. We go away from ourselves. And in this manner, when the seeker remains in the Pashyanti Vani, then hereafter your boundary ends and the divine takes over. See? And then through such a great master, he doesn't do anything. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvan asheshataha. Not a single sankalpa ever erupts in his mind. See? Because there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Therefore, the Shambhavopaya tells us very clearly how the infinite potentiality Paravani is slowly grossified up to the Vaikhari Vani, and when we are functioning through the Vaikhari Vani, we are identified with the gross body and the waking world becomes real. When we are living at the Madhyama Vani level, then the dream world and our imagination, Sankalpa, Vikalpa, they become real. When we remain at the Pashyanti Vani, all the divine potentiality siddhis, they start surfacing. And if we protect ourselves from all the 3 points, then we merge in the Paravani. This is the way back home. See? Therefore, these Matruka, these alphabets, in short, the language takes us away from our own self. That is why one of the spiritual practices is keep on being aware of the silence. First, be very attentive. First, we are aware of the blabbering of the mind. The moment we become aware of the blabbering of the mind becomes quiet. Then, we are aware of the silence. So, when we are aware of the words, words disappeared. When we are aware of the silence, silence disappears, and that which cannot disappear, alone remains. Aheyam anupadeyam, that which cannot be negated, that eternal presence alone remains. See, friends. Therefore, in Shambhavopai, all the spiritual practice is remaining more and more aware. And in this, the next sutra tells us the Udyamo Bhairavaha. Udyamo Bhairavaha means there is a clear-cut recognition of oneself to be the illuminating consciousness and not the illumined relativity. See? Relativity happens through the words, through the thoughts. When one is aware, good thought has come and gone, bad thought has come and gone. This eternal witness for the presence and absence of the relativity, this eternal witness is our essential self. When this is cognized, then Shambhavopai is fulfilled. It is not doing anything. See? And we will be able to remain the witness only if we are no more reacting to the world. And once established in one's own Shiva consciousness, thereafter, Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati 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 eva bhaja govindam. Thereafter, the life is just a drama. Abiding in this effortlessly, without the involvement of action, perception and thoughts. 3. In the Shambhavopai, we are not taking refuge to any kind of action or any kind of perception through the senses or any kind of involvement of any thought process. This thought-free experience of our own being does not require any thought to be brought in between. So all the vikalpas, all the options, all the possible things, whether I am this or that, whether this is good or bad, whether this is important or unimportant, whether this is right or wrong, all the options disappear. And we come to a non-optional experience of just being. This non-optional existence is cognized through the Shambhavopai. So, there are 3 things. One is, this does not happen as a sequence. All of us go through the experience of this reality many times in a day. Only thing, we are not aware and we do not cognize this is that. See? It is something like, there are so many people. And one day it happened in UK. That person, he said, I am going to airport, I will bring Swamiji. But you have not seen him and you don't watch also TV, you will never see. How will you know? Don't worry, Swami, anybody can understand. He came to receive me on the airport. And in each flight there are at least half a dozen Swamis. And when Swami came out, he thought he is me. So he put the garland and all that. Swami, please. Now why Swamiji will refuse when somebody honors him? Swamiji, so and so person sent me to pick you up and all that. Who are you? I said, whom you have come for? Swami Anubhavananda. No, I am not Swami Anubhavananda. Will you say, Acha, give my mala back. And then he is frustrated, I don't know what, I think I should have done something. And meanwhile, I cross in front of him. But he is already disturbed. And he has not seen me, not recognized, nobody has indicated. And then I am waiting outside, and he is waiting, Patani Swamiji. Now any Swamiji he sees, he has doubt whether he is there or not. Therefore, our own being has to be only cognized. And the cognition is done through the satsanga. This is that. Kathopanishad says, etadvaitata. This is that. See? Nityo nityanam chetanascetananam eko bahunam yo vidadati kaman tamatmastham yenu pashyanti dhiraha shantim tesham shashvatim netaresham etadvaitata. This is that. Okay. That which is the eternal, changeless, supporting all the ephemeral changing, that which is the consciousness among the sentient, that which is one, although blessing all, that is recognized by the few blessed seekers in their heart, dhatu prasadat mahimanam atmanaha, because now they are qualified, their mind is fully quietened. This thought-free experience of just being without becoming an experiencer is that. The struggle is like trying to tell the frog in the well what is ocean. One fish went to the well, fell there. And the frog in the well started, some newcomer has come. Who are you? The frog. I am a fish from oceans. What's that? Ocean. What is ocean? Ocean is a collection, huge collection of water. Huge means how much? This much? Now the frog in the well, what he can think? This much? You know the fish doesn't have a head, so he was moving the tail. No. Then this much? Again fish says no. Now the frog gets angry. Both the small little hands. This much? No. This much? No. Then he takes a leap in the water from the center to the periphery. This much? Fish says no. Then he becomes more angry. And he takes a diagonal leap from this corner to this much. Fish says, no, Baba, no. How much? Come, I'll take you to the ocean. Both of them go to ocean. If any one of you ask question how they have gone to ocean, cut me. I will talk to you. Why I am telling you, there are people, they ask questions. when they go to ocean, after having gone to the ocean, now it is the time for the fish. How much is the ocean? This much, this much, this much, this much. And when the fish and the frog are together, the frog becomes quiet. Maunam vyakhya prakatita para brahma tattvam yuvanam. When the Vaikhari Vani becomes silent in the Paravani, Shambhavopai is completed. Thereafter, the vision undergoes tremendous change. The vision is something like this. A wave looking at another wave. Competition, jealousy, frustration, achievement, failure, loss, gain. Then little change comes in the vision. The wave looks at the ocean. No competition, no achievement, no nothing. Only submission and devotion. The wave is never jealous of the ocean. And in the submission and surrender, when the wave surrenders to the ocean, wave disappears and ocean remains. A new vision is brought out. Now with that new vision, when the ocean looks at the waves, what is his perception? His perception is, they are in me, but I am not in them. See? This perception of the absolute regarding the relative is the next step that happens on the spiritual path when we practice Shambhavopaya. And when the ocean comes, he is no more enchanted by the dance of waves, but he goes deeper and deeper in his own depth, where he comes to discover there are no waves, there is nothing but water. And after the ocean has come to discover it is nothing but water, then the third eye opens. And from the water standpoint of view, there is neither ocean the cause nor waves the effect. Cause and effect, they are merely illusions superimposed on one reality, the waters. And therefore, the water doesn't have a fear of getting drowned in the ocean, nor a fear that I will be broken into pieces. This change in the angle of perception is called as spiritual unfoldment. Otherwise, the same old stuff, son is like that, daughter is like that. When you got married, did you ask me? No. Why you now trouble us? Suffer silently. See, this world is going to be like this. There is nothing that we can change or add. See, the purpose is every blow that we get is a reminder. Discover yourself. See, friends, instead of learning the message, we go for the massage. So it is a message the Lord gives us. See, friends, life becomes so contemplative. And then the Shambhavopaya becomes deeper and deeper in our own being. So there is just sudden flash of eye consciousness. Only a fraction of moment. And it happens to everyone. Only thing, we don't know this is that. It is for this purpose that the study is made, for introduction. The second one is, there is no thought process involved anywhere. See, a child was trying to tell what learned from me in the camp, what are the 5 great elements, to his grandmother. Grandma, do you know Swamiji taught us 5 great elements? So mothers, as they are Dumbo, grandmothers are super Dumbo. Anything that a stupid fellow does, oh, my grandchild is so intelligent. So that grandchild was telling, no, Dadima, you know, Swamiji taught us 5 great elements. 5? I didn't know. I thought there are only maybe 1 or 2. No, there are 5 of them. The drama starts. And I was taking my breakfast. And they were talking. See, you know, the earth. He took some soil. This is our earth element. Oh, you are very intelligent. Now there is second element called as the water. It takes the water, pours on the dining table. Then the third element is called as the fire. He goes somewhere and brings the lighter. This is called a fire element. Don't put anywhere, put it down. And then the air element, you know. See, do your hand like this thing. Whatever I taught, the same practice. Say, do hand like this thing and bring your hand to me. You feel something? That is air. My dear child, you are so intelligent. Now what is the fifth one? Fifth one is space. Now what is the space? Now that fellow is disgusted. Space, how to show the space? And he says, no, never mind, Swamiji is here. Why? Swamiji, will you please do like this? Because when I taught them space means what do you see in between these things? That is called a space. So that is in his head. So he understands, only in between my fingers there is a space. So his understanding is when Swamiji does this way, there is space, otherwise there is no space. See, the genius of an idiot is superior than the genius of a wise. See, friends, therefore, there is no thought involved. See? Now, the third aspect of this yoga is when we are intoxicated by the divine presence that we are, small little stuff we don't sweat for. See, you all must have read that book, Don't Sweat for the Small Stuff. And our real misery of the life is only the small stuff, not something great. See? Our cause of misery is, I got up in the morning, I didn't get time, have a nice cup of tea, I had to simply come and sleep in the meditation. See? Such disgusted things are disturbing us. Third class people get disturbed by third class things. First class people get disturbed by first class things, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Today also the day has gone, I did not have the vision of mother. He used to roll miserably. How many of us have cried for vision of God? He only told it, I can't be still, so we have dropped the idea. And those who are beyond class, neither third class nor first class, they are never miserable. Always be happy. There is nothing in this world which can justify because of whom or what we can be miserable. See, friends, therefore, the Shambhopai is recognition of our own being. You know, our struggle and trouble is what? I can see this mic. The mic cannot see my eyes because it is inert. The mind can see the eyes, but the eyes cannot see the mind. See? Because what eyes can see? Colors and forms. What is the color and form of the mind? Nothing. Ears can hear the sounds. What is the sound of the mind? Nothing. Nose can smell. The mind doesn't have any smell. The tongue can taste. The mind cannot be tasted by the tongue. No taste. See? So our struggle is, I want to see the mind by my eyes. Try throughout your life. You can't see in your own eyes. Forget about the mind. See? And that mind is illumined in the light of consciousness. Now that mind wants to know what the consciousness is like. ऐसा ही होगा, थोड़ा कम चिकना होगा. All imagination projections. See? Therefore, when the complete thought construct stops, then only the truth is revealed. Now, how the thought construction happens? Nobody wants one's annihilation. And when nobody wants one's annihilation, one tries to give a good diet so we can live long. The same way, the mind does not want its own annihilation. So what the mind does? The mind feeds itself on its own diet. The diet of the mind is either the memories of the past or the worries about the future, or the comparison in the present. Stop these three things. See? I am very much worried how to stop. So one more worry added. See? So when we do not bring the past, when we do not worry about the future, and when we do not compare in the present, our mind is like a mirror which reflects everything, rejects nothing, whatever comes in front, but retains nothing. That mind is the consciousness. So, mind and consciousness are one and the same. When the knowledge reacts, it is called as the mind. When the knowledge only illuminates, doesn't react, it is called as consciousness. So waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, deep sleep comes and goes, the consciousness remains untouched. See? Abiding in this conscious existence is an effortless process. You put a little bit of effort and you are gone. In Patanjali Yoga Darshan, this point is brought out very clearly. There the asana is defined. Asana means what? Not the way we sit, this leg here, this leg here, this leg here, and then get locked. And then call the fire brigade, please tow me to the hospital. They are all the cartoons of yoga. In the whole Western world, yoga is most misunderstood. For them, yoga means only twisting the body, not straightening the mind. See? So, there Patanjali says, what is the asana? Asana has nothing to do with your sitting posture. Asana is sthira sukham asanam. Steady bliss. That is called as asana. And there we tie ourselves like that and then become, unsteady, miserable. It is not asana at all. So, sthira sukham asanam. Steady bliss. And to attain the steady bliss, what is the spiritual practice? Two practices. One is prayatna shaithilya, second is ananta samapatibhyam. Prayatna shaithilya is giving up all efforts, effortlessness. Why efforts come in our life? Because we want to prove something to somebody. Alas, we don't know. What do we want to prove and to whom? For what? See? What people will say. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. We have to prove something, see? And therefore efforts. Lesser the efforts we have in our life, nearer to the reality we are. Till such time, we are putting efforts to go to sleep. We are not sleeping. When the efforts to sleep disappear, then the principle of sound takes over. Therefore, it's called a sound sleep. And you just observe yourself. When till you are awake, you will never snore. Have you seen anybody snoring awake? Nobody can snore when one is awake. The moment this struggle to remain awake or the struggle to go to sleep, the struggle effort disappears. Immediately, all the 7 notes are hanging, banging together. There is no differentiation in sound, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. There is only the bass sound, Shruti. So, prayatna shaithilya. When you attain prayatna shaithilya, total effortlessness. And effortlessness is attained only when we get out of the finite and merge in the infinite. See? Wherever there is finite, there are efforts. Where it is infinite, there are no efforts. See, friends, in the waking and the dream, we are finite. So efforts. In the deep sleep, we are infinite. No efforts. What people will say after sleeping? See? Because there is no sense of otherness. Come to cognize this principle. Therefore, the effortlessness becomes the way of life, and this effortlessness is possible when our mind is no more constructing castles in the air and ultimately go to a psychiatrist. Do you know these 3 friends? One was a psychologist, one was the psychotherapist, third was the psychiatrist. Psychologist constructs houses in the air, psychotherapist goes and stays there, and the psychiatrist goes and collects the rent. This is how it is. So get out of all this imagination. It's nothing. And in this manner, when one is able to allow the divinity to express through oneself, means effortlessness. See, you all must have experienced this. Sometimes you read something, nothing goes in. I don't know what happened. So after reading every line, we see how nothing is going inside. Struggle. But then you give it up, sleep nicely, become fresh, and in one go, everything is clear. See? Therefore, wherever there is a struggle, we are going the non-spiritual way. Don't struggle in life. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Lead an effortless, simple life of pure joy and love. In that, Shambhavopaya becomes complete. There are many more aspects. We'll leave it for next time. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति